Welcome to Photo4me TV. This is episode 1. I'm John Pankhurst, and we have got today.
Hi, I'm Mark Smallcombe.
I'm Dan, running social media and content.
And I'm Mike.
So before we start, we want to have a big shout out to all the photographers that have sold for the very first time in the last 7 days. Mark, do you want to shout them out for us?
Yeah, we've got Gadget Gaz Photo, Stuart Hill, Alison Chambers, Liam O'Malley, Philip Dale, Alex Stewart, Mark Baker, Christopher Keeley, Jax Lawson, Peter Lover, Bernard Rose, Alex Hardy, Joe Pell, Jelena Javanich, Tim Finch, Maria Carter, even, Zoe Illingworth, Sebastian Gruber and Chris Mills. Well done.
So, well done. That's 19 people that have sold for the very first time in the last 7 days. So big congrats on that. So today we're going to have quite a structured show. We're going to talk about how we're improving the marketplace. I'm going to introduce the guys. So Mike, we know who Mike is, but Mike, you want to tell us a little bit about what you do in the business?
Yeah, well, I deal pretty much with the day-to-day operations of the entire business, from orders to phone calls to manufacturing to problem solving to testing things on the website, working with development, working with Mark, working with Dan. I do everything pretty much a day-to-day.
That's great. And Mark Smallcombe, what do you do?
So my primary role in Photo4me is going to be looking at the new members coming in and approving images as they join, making sure that their keywords are on point, and generally just approving glorious images that come through.
And not only that, but Mark is very instrumental in our brand as well. He's our brand ambassador, so he looks after that. So he's sold himself a bit short there. He does that as well.
Yeah, you're pretty good at that.
Yeah, I will pull people up if it doesn't capture the emotion.
Exactly. Your pictures should be capturing the emotion. And also we've got Dan Fitzgerald. What do you do, Dan?
How's it going, guys? So I've been brought on to essentially help kickstart all of our social media, finally get that stuff up and running, because I think it's safe to say it's a little bit stagnant at the minute, but no worries about that. We will kick that off. I've got a very strong background in video content, and I'm helping develop some social media ads currently. So hopefully we're going to see a lot more content coming out soon. It should be good.
Great. So got just a recap of some of the things that are going on. We've just kicked off a big advertising drive for Christmas. So you will start to see advertisement jumping up on social media. So that started today. There is, just a reminder, only 16 days left to go in which you can have an automatic entry into the prize draw. So if you upload 30 photographs and they get approved, you'll get automatic entry into the draw to win £500, and that will be announced in a podcast in the future. So what's happening from a technology standpoint on the website now? The biggest thing that we're working on at the moment is pricing, and we are creating a brand new tool for you to be able to price your images in a much easier, clearer way. I was hoping to show you some screenshots of it today, but Tom, our front-end developer, is still working on it. We may be able to release it tomorrow, so fingers crossed on that.
We're going to let him out of the basement at some point.
We will, yeah. We'll have to let him see some daylight at some point. We've also, the other big thing is collections, which I had the idea about sort of 7 or 8 months ago, and we are still working on it. And I know it's something that everybody's craving for, is a better way of organising their portfolio on the member site. So we are working on that, but that is behind pricing. Another exciting feature that's coming out soon, we are completely rebuilding our shopping cart. And the reason why that's exciting is it will enable us to enter into different markets. And when I mean different markets, I mean different countries, different currencies. And Mike will tell you a little bit about that later, where we're getting some interest from Australia. And the other thing that's come out recently, because we've got so many pictures being uploaded, and some couple of days ago we had nearly 1,000 pictures uploaded. It's an enormous amount of photographs, and we realised that the feed gets full of a lot of people's photographs at the same time. So what we're trying to do there is look at a way of showing more pictures that you are interested in. So we're going to be working on some technology to improve that. Now, the other thing, I asked a few people if they could give me some ideas on how you would like to organise your portfolio in the future. Collections was obviously right at the top of the list, but the other thing that a couple of people asked for is recovering your files. So imagine you lose your hard drive on your computer and you're trying to find your pictures. We have a feature that's being built so you can download your files for free, so we can become a backup service for you should you need it, completely free.
Well, at the moment, sorry, John. At the moment, if members do need files, 1 or 2 files, don't ask me for their whole library. But if they need a file, they can always email me at customer service, and I can retrieve the file for them and send it over to them.
Yeah, that's a great shout. So Mike has got direct access to that anyway. But what we're doing is that same system, we're going to enable it so you can download your files, should you need.
Not anybody else's files.
Not anybody else's files, just your files. That's right. And we got some other amazing suggestions in there. So we're going to, after we've got these first sort of raft of features released, we're going to add some more to it. So exciting times. So the next thing we want to go over is what's been selling well this week, and how you could possibly tap into that market. So over to you, Mike.
Yeah, so Peter Lennon has sold 5 pictures this week, which is an amazing accomplishment. I mean, there's very few people that pull that off on any given time of the year. So in fact, it's October right now is really, really positive for Peter. Peter, hopefully it continues, and we look forward to Christmas and seeing how that goes along.
Yeah, so we're going to... Mike, yeah. Going to bring the picture up now, so he's going to share his screen, and there it is there. So it's a one of the pictures that he sold was a picture of a cheetah. So it's a beautiful photograph. But what's important about it, Mark?
So the important thing here is the keywords. The first keyword there is cheetah. You can see here. That is exactly what, if someone's going to find this image, that's exactly what they're going to be searching for. So the fact that the title is Fast and Furious is good, but the important thing here is cheetah, because it does what it says on the tin. So people will find that image.
Tin cheetah.
And I think it's safe to say that you do have the option of creating that nice eye-catching title as long as your keywords are spot on. Am I right there, Mark?
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's the key thing. The keywords are the key thing. That's what they call keywords, I guess. But put to the title.
Great. So that was that one, and there was another picture that we were looking at earlier. Now, the particular reason why I like this photograph is that, like a good story, it's got a beginning, a middle, and an end. So the wall draws you down into the picture, and then you actually got the main focal point there on the third. So from my perspective, from a technical standpoint, this picture ticks all the boxes. But what else is good about it?
Well, keywords are right there again, so you know exactly where it is. If people are searching for a particular emotion or emotion place that they have an emotional connection with, which is predominantly what people do with Photo4me, from a customer standpoint, is that they are looking for an image of a particular place and time. So the fact that they would come in and they probably would have searched for Mountains of Mourne, and there it is as the first keyword.
That's just below. They can't see that on the screen share, so you just scroll down. But that's it. There you go.
There we go. So it's, Mountains of Mourne.
Yeah, that's great. Okay.
Yeah. I just want to build on what Mark was saying there, because you can have the most amazing picture, and I've seen it, over the last years, that you can have the most amazing picture in the world, but I'll kick it back if it doesn't have the right keywords. It's just because you can have the most amazing picture in the world, but if nobody can find it, well, then what's the point? So it's so important to get your keywords right and make sure it's relevant to the location, the object, the
focal point.
Topic, focal point. Yeah, just make sure it's on point, on focus.
Thanks, Mark, for showing us that.
Yeah.
So the other thing you were going to talk about Australia, right?
Yeah, I don't know why or how, but Australia seems to be a hot place to buy art right now, because we've had a lot of interest coming out of Australia about just people wanting to buy canvases, prints, frame prints. So yeah, just working with a lot of people from down under at the moment, which is exciting because it's a new market that hopefully we can get into more and more. And I mean, if anybody knows a canvas manufacturer, a frame print manufacturer down in Australia, let us know, because it'd be a lot of help for us. Yeah, so Australia, hot right now. And I don't mean that because it's the weather.
So the other thing that's been selling well this week, there's been a couple of places. What would you say that the top couple of places that have been selling this week in terms of location?
At the moment, it's, I guess, Liverpool, Merseyside, Wirral area has been quite interesting. They're getting a lot of pictures of the area coming through. So
Liverpool,
I don't know if
Glasgow,
yeah. Just I think maybe just because of lockdown, people are stuck inside. They're looking at their walls, wanting to buy something.
That's
I mean,
excellent.
I would back that up. There's a great picture coming through the approval loop at the moment. It's from, I'll just check. It's a Bernard Rose picture of the Liver building with an eclipse. I'll see if I can show it to you. Actually, just bear with me a second while I sort out my windows here.
Right, now the other thing, whilst Mark's trying to find that for us, some of the customer success stories that are coming out in the last couple of weeks, or certainly last month, we spent quite a lot of time improving the physical product itself. Mark will show us some of the Trustpilot reviews. One of the things that we were struggling with was the strength of the frames, particularly in the larger frames. So what we've done, we've been working with the manufacturing chain, and we have strengthened the frames. We made them bigger and stronger. So we've absorbed that cost ourselves because we want to reduce the amount of returns and damages that we were getting, and that's really bringing up some great feedback from Trustpilot. Mark, you had it there earlier, didn't you? You were going to show it to us.
I'm trying to resume my share. Hang on a second.
That's all right. Well, what we've done with the manufacturing is, for the big frames, for instance, they were causing a lot of grief for us, and we've changed it now that whereas a system where we would have just a string, the traditional string on the back and one nail, but that one point was creating a lot of give on the frame. So now we've created brackets on the side of the frame now, so it sticks to the wall, so you don't have that one sort of like folding, gravity pulling on the frame so much. So we've done that to better the product, and we worked around with the manufacturing to get that sorted.
I think I saw a review that came in last couple of days, last couple of hours maybe. They said it's the third time that they bought from us, and you'll see that we're getting a lot of repeat buyers, and we've got nearly 1,300 reviews now. So that's going great. The other thing, what's the next thing we're going to talk about on that? Our Mikey, it's been here 7 years.
Yeah.
If you could pull that screen down, Mark.
Yeah.
Stop sharing the screen, mate. Yeah, so 7 years.
God help me, what have I done?
That is an achievement in itself there, Mike.
How many more years till the gold watch, John? Is it 25?
7. It will be gold plate. It won't be solid gold.
I'll take it.
Yeah, 7 years. It's been quite a journey. I think
humble beginnings.
Yeah, just from a very, very humble beginnings. But yeah, it's been a pleasure working with you for that long.
Thanks.
And so now we want to sort of hand over to Marky Mark's Member Success Corner.
I know.
Good vibrations, Mark.
Yeah, let me just do another screen share to see if we can get share the right screen this time. There we go.
Here we go.
So, obviously the important brand thing there, just to hammer that home. So this is a lovely image of Bamber Castle from...
wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, really great moody shot that's coming through the approvals at the moment. What's going to cause us a little bit of an issue there, though, is the fact that I keep seeing this title outdoors. Now, we said before that the title isn't as important, but we do need to be able to distinguish these images. And again, a castle on a hill, and we're losing the fact that it's Bamber Castle, and people will be searching for Bamber Castle. So, Hannah, it's a great image, but just in the last hour, this image is sold of Bamber Castle. And as you can see there on the keywords, the first keyword is Bamber Castle.
Yeah. I think it just hammers home what Mike said earlier, where no matter how great your photograph is, if it's not formatted right for the customer to find it, it's never going to appear on the search. And you got two amazing photos there of the exact same subject, and there's a reason why one in particular has sold, and that is because John, you did say they used the keyword assistant, right?
Yeah, we can see, because this photograph was uploaded on the 5th of October, so it was only uploaded 10 days ago and it's sold today. We can see that they've definitely used the keyword assistants, because the keywords are just so strong. You know, the first word is Bamburgh Castle. It means that people, if they're searching for a specific place, they're going to be able to find the photograph, and so they'll search Google, they will come through to our site, and then that picture, because it was uploaded so recently, it will be at the top of search and people will buy it.
Yeah.
You got to remember, guys, that there's 500,000 pictures on the website. Whoop whoop. And you know, the chances of your image being found is, you know, I don't want to say it's small, but you could definitely improve your odds if you get the keywords right. Because if you use outdoors, beach, blue sky, you know, we have tens of thousands of results that come up with that. So it's so important to get that keyword right, like Nailist Photography did. So it just hammers that point home that you got to get your keywords right.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, Hannah, beautiful picture. We just want to get it higher in search there for you.
But more importantly, it benefits both you as the artist and the end customer. And I guess that's why we're drilling it home so much, because we want you guys as artists to sell as much of your art as possible.
Yeah, absolutely that. So coming through also, we've got this lovely image from the Lake District. But again, we're using that title, outdoor. We have got the right keywords in here, though, so he's starting off on the good foot. He's got Lake District. Although I'd like to see probably a more specific location in the keywords there. So if it is Windermere, then it needs to be there.
The Lake District's massive. Whereabouts in the Lake District is this?
Yeah. Exactly that, yeah. So again, Kevin, lovely image, but if you could improve the keywords there, that would be amazing, the titles.
Yeah, and again, sort of bringing it back to the brand, you know, it's capturing the emotion. If someone has actually stood on that spot and they've got an emotional connection to it, if you actually said Windermere and that specific location, someone's going to be looking for that photograph, and then they'll buy it.
Absolutely, they will. Yeah. This one coming through the approvals at the moment just makes me feel really sad, because I'm not there.
It looks like you're halfway there.
I'm halfway there. I'm in a bar, but I'm not in a bar in Santorini, which is really sad. But Mario, this is really good. There's some really good keywords in here. So this one will go straight through the approvals, no problem. So great image and great keyword.
Just get yourself an avatar and sort that out.
Yeah, get yourself an avatar as well, Mario. I want to see what you look like.
Yeah, it really does help, because people buy from people they like and trust, remember? So uploading a picture of yourself here in your avatar is really important, and it also contributes to your overall profile score. So you get a little trophy on the dashboard.
Hey.
Yeah, awesome trophy. Cool. And a lot of images that are coming through at the moment. There's a lot of animal images. So there's this beautiful image here by Holly Burgess of these horses, and this one's going to cost me a fortune, because my daughter saw this and said, "Daddy, can I have a pony?" I really love that image. So that's Christmas, not sorted. But again, this is really good. The only thing I would say, Holly, is that on the keywords, the first keyword there is mirror. What I'd actually like to see there is white horses in the keywords.
Because it's not a photograph of a mirror. Yeah.
Or I can't see because my screen's really small, but that word that starts with a C, the fourth word, I can't read it.
I think.
Yeah, the area. But yeah, that'd be a good start.
Area.
Yeah, it'd be good, because people would search for that area and then they'd find the horses.
Yeah. So yeah, Holly, great image again, but just need to look at the keywords. And Holly's uploaded quite a few animal pictures. I just wanted to highlight this one as well, which is a lovely image, but it's really lacking on the keywords. So Holly, please keep uploading, but you can make sure you.
Yeah, it's an amazing photo, absolutely.
Yeah, we need a minimum of 7 keywords.
Yeah. So yeah, that's from all from me at the moment. I look forward to having some more images to show you next time.
Great. Okay.
Nice.
Well, stop sharing your screen and then we can see our faces. So yeah, thank you very much, Mark. Great to see that. I'm looking forward to seeing more of those next week. And now we've got big it up. No awkward silences for Dan Fitzgerald.
I did ask for a nice intro, and that's what he's arrived at. So
Well,
I'll take that.
yeah, I mean,
You're not going to get the Stone Cold Steve Austin treatment. Let's be serious, Dan.
I did.
yeah, I mean, we're bringing you on board to really grow the brand and the brand awareness of Photo4me through social media channels, and that is your department, Dan.
Yeah, and I think the minute you brought me on, we spoke about how, you know, as a photographic art gallery for selling photos, you know, our presence on Instagram is completely lacking, which is, you know, one of the most important photographic social media platforms there are. So me and John have been talking about ways we can develop a bit of a content strategy to get our social media up and running. It's hard to tell you anything concrete at the minute because it's something we're working on. There's a couple of technical hurdles to get over, but we're thinking about bringing the...
Which account? I'm not sure which account you're talking about.
Which account? Yeah, I mean, what is definitely missing, which used to be really popular, was the editor's choice. And John, how did you go about picking the editor's choice?
Well, let me tell you how I would pick it. John got credit for it.
Yes.
That's about standard.
So before I carry on, how did you guys arrive at picking the editor's choice? Because to me, that is something that, you know, should really be celebrated for the community if you get an editor's choice. So how did you guys arrive at that?
I look at how I do it. I don't know how Mike does it. I will be looking through the recent pictures, and then one of the pictures will just be like, wow.
Yeah.
You know, how did they take that photograph? The technical ability. They must have been up at 3 o'clock in the morning, been planning it for days, or it could just be the location. It just blows me away. That's how I choose it.
Yeah,
I'd take into account the same things that John would do. I would also take a look at the high-res file to make sure that if we did sell it, it wouldn't be disappointing for the customer. I would look at the keywords. I would look just at the general picture itself. Was there any dust spots? Was the horizon level? Just the very basics, and just make sure it ticks all the boxes. And also, I'd try and spread it out. I wouldn't want to take a black and white picture 3 days in a row. So I'd say, okay, well, today is going to be a cityscape. Next day is going to be a landscape.
Yeah.
Beach and sand, and I mix it up a bit so that we get variety in there as well.
Yeah, definitely. So again, that's just one example of a piece of content that we want to make way more consistent and really shout about it. If you guys get an editor's choice, we want everyone on our social media to know about that. So if a potential customer lands on, say, our Instagram, they can easily go for a link to get that 10% off of your image and perhaps see the rest of your portfolio. And not only that, it helps build our community of photographers as a whole, because if you get the editor's choice, we want the rest of the community to celebrate that and be aware of that. And if it only goes live on the website, there's a chance a lot of us, might miss that and might not see that. So again, that's just one piece of content that we're going to really drill home. And ultimately, it's about promoting you guys as artists as much as it is promoting the product to the customer. So building off of that, we're actually going to be looking to interview a photographer next week. Is that right, John? Are we going for it next week?
What we would love to be able to do is get an artist, a photographer, to join us in this Zoom, and we would love to have a chat.
Who would want to join us?
Yeah, they should join us. There'll be five little people rather than 4 little people, and we would love to talk about what really inspires their creativity and where they see the opportunities. Photography locally, there's no reason why on a Saturday morning, if all of us went out and took a photograph we took a 2-hour walk, got a bit of fresh air. Lockdowns obviously is terrible, but this kind of hobby enables you to get out with a camera, take a walk around the local area, take some photographs of it. If someone's got an emotional connection to it, they will buy that photograph and they pay for your walk.
Pay for the walk.
Yeah.
Time is money.
Time is definitely money, but again, you know, it's all about boosting that engagement with the community, because as well, John spoke to me a lot about how he's seen the engagement in the Facebook group absolutely skyrocket. Was it the past month or two, John?
Yeah, since I've started doing sort of impromptu live videos, I've really seen engagement increasing. I think where we've been guilty in the past is being very silent and not really telling people about what we're doing in the background. I mean, last year we had to completely rebuild the website from the ground up, and we didn't really tell anybody what we were doing because no one would potentially value it. But
And also very exciting.
it is incredibly exciting. We have got the technology that we've invested in this business is cutting state of the art, and it will enable us to scale this business internationally. And the growth, I mean, it really is showing it. To have 19 people sell for the first time in a week, I mean,
That is amazing.
That list again, eh?
yeah, we should relist that again. But it's something to really celebrate. You know, it's the quality of the art that's going up, and it's obviously the way we're promoting the site. Mike's furiously working on customer service and support, and the manufacturing, the people who are making the products as well. You know, there's not just us 4 guys. There's a lot of people in this business providing the service and the products and sending it out.
Definitely. And so yeah, for our content strategy, it is really about the end product, but more importantly, it's about showing off this amazing pool of talent we have, which is you guys, the photographers, the artists. And you know, we're developing a strategy at the minute where we're coming up with ideas, and one of them will be interviewing a photographer, and we might perhaps put out a write-up of locations you guys like to shoot, maybe the kit you like to use. It's going to be really about you guys and showing off your work. And I think that's about it.
Yeah.
In terms of our content. Like I said, it's hard to tell you guys anything concrete at the minute because we are developing it, but rest assured we're going to have an amazing community, and we're going to be putting a lot of stuff out within the next 4 weeks.
Thanks very much, Dan.
A bit further, actually. We should big him up and say that you know, he's our resident Spielberg as well.
Yeah, I mean, he is. He created
responsible of the Christmas advert.
Yeah, he created our Christmas commercial, and we are planning to make more of those next year. So they've already gone into production, into script writing. So that is something that's going to be very exciting next year to see those roll out. So just to recap, we've got a few things. Obviously, technology-wise, we're doing a lot of work there, and we are listening to you, and we're going to be deploying a lot of those changes. Mike is going to be pulling his hair out for the next 2 months because he's going to be the busiest he's ever been. So we're going to try and help him through that relentless task of Christmas. And,
I can't pull my hair out, it's all gone.
Yeah, Mark can't pull any more hair out, unfortunately.
I pulled a patch out.
The only way you can make Mark lose more hair would be uploading more photographs. So if you do that, then that will definitely happen. So we will see you next week, and I hope you've enjoyed this show. This has been Photo4me's episode number 1.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys.
See you later.
See you
Bye.
later.